Hunter Greene is back with a vengeance. Let's discuss on Fantasy Baseball today in 5. Welcome into FBT in 5. As always, make sure to follow and stream us on Spotify. Today is Monday, September 19th. I am Frank Sample, joined by Scott White, and let's take a look at Hunter Greene, who made an amazing return this weekend at the Cardinals. He went 6 shutout innings with 11 strikeouts to 0 walks, 19 swinging strikes on 81 pitches, and he averaged 101 miles per hour on his fastball in this start. He's 63% rostered up against the Brewers this week, which, frankly, Scott, I don't love, but the following week, he has the Pirates and the Cubs, we think.
Yep.
So that would be great for Hunter Greene.
Yep. Yeah, I don't mind using him for this first start against the Brewers, particularly if you're chasing strikeouts in a like a rotisserie situation. But all things being equal, I'd rather play it safe. Obviously, he's had an up and down rookie performance. He just got his ERA under 5 with this start, as good as it was. I mean, he's not normally throwing 101 miles per hour on average. That was up 2.2 miles per hour from the season average. But, obviously he's capable of doing things like this, is Hunter Greene, and he might do it against the Brewers. I would say, though, more you're picking him up for that last week, for the chance of him starting against the Pirates and the Cubs. And if he does well against the Brewers, then you'll most definitely want to do that.
Would you take Hunter Greene over these two? Marcus Stroman had another strong outing this weekend, and he is at the Pirates this week. And then Jose Quintana was also great. He went 8 shutout with 6 strikeouts. The problem for him is he's at the Dodgers. What do you think about Greene versus those two?
So I think if we're talking strictly for this week, I do give Stroman the slight edge over Greene because his matchup is superior there going against the Pirates as opposed to Greene against the Brewers. Again, unless it's a situation where you're chasing strikeouts specifically. Quintana, I'd avoid going against the Dodgers. I mean, he rarely goes 6 innings. He happened to go 8 in this start, but they rarely let him throw enough pitches to go even 6. And obviously that's a horrible matchup.
All right, deeper pitchers to watch for next season. Just a few names I want to mention here, Scott. Hayden Wesneski looked amazing in his first start. He pitches for the Cubs, and he went 7 innings, 1 run, 7 strikeouts in that one. Cody Morris turned in his first career quality start. He was up against the Minnesota Twins, where he went 6 innings, 1 run, 6 strikeouts in that one. And the other name I did want to mention was Bailey Ober, who made a strong return at the Guardians. He went 5 shutout with 5 strikeouts. I don't think we're adding any of them for the rest of this season, Scott, but just names to remember for next year. What do you think? Hayden Wesneski, Cody Morris, and Bailey Ober.
Yeah, they all have upside. They're all interesting. I think my favorite is probably Cody Morris, who had missed a good chunk of this season to injury, was building up through his first 3 major league starts. The longest he went in any of them was 4 innings. Then he goes 6 innings in this start, a more conventional workload, and looks great. Specifically, that changeup played well for Morris. He got, of his 13 swinging strikes on only 81 pitches, so 7 of them, I believe, came on the changeup. And that is a pitch that's had a good swinging strike rate for him ever since he got called up, even in those first 3 short starts. So you look at his minor league track record, he had a 1.62 ERA in the minors last year, did Cody Morris. And of course, the Guardians have a great track record developing pitchers. So it's, I see a lot of upside there. I also see upside for Bailey Ober if the Twins ever trust him to go through a lineup for a third time. He's got a great swinging strike rate. The fly ball rate is really high, but with the changes to the ball, I'm not sure that's such a negative anymore. Those 2 metrics, swinging strike rate, fly ball rate, they're almost exactly what Tristan McKenzie has this year. And he's obviously had a breakout season. All those fly balls have kept him from allowing hits. So I could see maybe Bailey Ober going down that path.
All right, let's wrap up with a few corner infielders. Gunnar Henderson, who we have mentioned a lot recently, has 8 hits over his last 5 games. He hit his second career home run on Friday, 71% rostered with 7 home games this upcoming week. Vinnie Pasquantino, Vinnie P. Baby, had 6 hits, including 4 RBI this weekend, and he is 67% rostered, 6 home games this week. And then we have Josh Jung, the third base prospect with the Rangers, who went 2 for 4 with his third home run on Sunday, now batting .250 with an .800 OPS early on. Scott, how do you rank those 3? Gunnar Henderson, Vinnie Pasquantino, and Josh Jung.
Got to give Henderson the top spot in these rankings because he's done everything he's supposed to do, and obviously was considered the top prospect in baseball by some publications prior to his promotion. Vinnie Pasquantino is a close second, though. The metrics on Pasquantino is still very good. Lots of hard contact, lots of contact in general. And I like his matchups this week, so it's good to see him heating up. Josh Jung, the 3 home runs so far are great. Also 18 strikeouts in 40 plate appearances. That's a 45% rate, and 0 walks to go with those 18 strikeouts. That's not the kind of player he was in the minors. He was great, good plate discipline guy, but clearly he's struggling to adjust to the majors in that way.
Yeah, it feels like Josh Jung is kind of selling out for power here early on in his major league career, but really good hitter in the minors. I have a feeling he's going to find a way to figure it out. For more extensive fantasy baseball coverage, listen to the Fantasy Baseball Today podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, your smart speakers, or anywhere else podcasts are found. And thanks for listening to Fantasy Baseball Today in 5. We'll be back again tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.